Okay, problem number 1. You have 3x plus 2 on mat A, and that's going to be less than 5x plus 4 on mat B. First, we want to see if we have some legal moves that we can make. You may notice that you have a matching set on both sides. 3 x's. Once you remove those, we still have 2 positive units on mat A, less than 2 x's, and 4 positive units on mat B. Another legal move that you can make removing 2 positive units from each side, that leaves you with 0 on mat A, less than 2 x's plus 2 positive units on mat B. What would be nice is if we can get x by itself on mat A, those 2 x's. So in order to get rid of those 2 positives, we would need to add 2 negatives. But if you add 2 negatives to mat B, to make an illegal move, you have to add 2 negatives to mat A as well. Doing this will leave you with negative 2 on mat A, less than 2x plus 2 plus negative 2 on mat B. But now the benefit is we can actually create a 0 on mat B with the 2 positives and 2 negatives. So now we have negative 2 on mat A less than the 2 x's on mat B. At this point, we should try to make some sort of conclusion about the values for x. We need to identify the boundary point, the value for x that makes the 2 sides equal, and that boundary point would have to be negative 1. If you have 2 negative 1s on mat B, that makes it equal to the negative 2 on mat A. What we want are all the values for x that make B greater than A. So we want to be sure that on our graph we shade in everything going to the right of that boundary point in the positive direction. Problem number 2. We have negative 2x plus 3x on mat A is greater than negative 5 plus 3 on mat B. First legal move that we can make could be creating some zeros. We have some zeros on both sides. 2 positives and 2 negatives on mat B. 2 positive x's and 2 negative x's on mat A. So that leaves us with x on mat A greater than, actually we have one more 0 we can create here. So that actually would leave us with just 2 negatives on mat B. Actually, there's not a whole lot more we need to do. We can see if x is greater than negative 2, our boundary point is negative 2, and we want all of the values greater than negative 2. That's what will make mat A greater than mat B. Problem number 3, we have x plus negative 1 on mat A. That's going to be less than 4x plus 2 on mat B. Legal moves. We have one legal move. We have a matching set on both sides. An x on each side. So that leaves us with negative 1 is less than 3x plus 2. It would be nice if we could get the 3x's by themselves. So the next move we may want to consider is adding some negatives to get rid of those two positives. But of course, again, to make that a legal move, we have to add two negatives to mat A as well. So what we have are 3 negatives less than 3x plus 2 plus negative 2. Again, the purpose for doing that was to create a 0 on mat B, the two positives and two negatives. So now we have 3 negatives on mat A and just the 3 x's on mat B. Again, we would like to try to find the boundary point, the value of x that makes the two sides equal, and that will be -1. And we want all the values for x that is going to make mat A less than mat B. So we want all of the values moving to the right side here. And finally, problem number 4. We have 2x plus -3 plus -x on mat A is greater than -7 on mat B. We have a couple options to start with. We may want to go ahead and get rid of the 0 on mat A. Positive and negative x. So now we just have x plus -3 is greater than -7. Next move we can make would be a matching set of 3 negatives on both sides. So now we have x on mat A greater than -4 on mat B. Again, this makes our boundary point fairly obvious. -4 makes the two sides equal to each other. And we're looking for all the values that will make mat A greater than mat B. So we want everything greater than -4. I would encourage you, if you still have any questions about any of these problems, rewind the video and go back and look at any of the questions you still see, review the legal moves that were made, and look at the objective of each problem, trying to find the values for x that make mat A either greater or less than mat B, depending on the situation.